I have to make one thing crystal clear.
Yes, sir?
I am not one of those fellows who become absolute slaves to their valets.
No, sir.
Well, as long as we understand each other.
Perfectly, sir.
Would you like this soup, Jeeves?
Oh, yes, sir.
What don't you like about this soup, Jeeves?
Very good, sir.
All right. Ho-dee, ho-dee, ho.
Hody, hody, ho.
Tee-dee-dee-dee.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
But Minnie had a heart as big as a world. Well now, Jeeves.
Stand back, sir. Stand back. I'm on. I fancy, sir, that the animals might have become somewhat exhilarated as a result of discovering the fish in Mr. Wooster's bedroom.
Here, don't make any sudden movements or do anything that might excite him.
Now, look here. This is a story about Minnie the Moocher. She was a low-down hoochie coocher. Right, looking forward to the match, Barmy?
I'll say. I've got this wonderful new gadget from Lillywhites. You wind it up and clip it onto your club, and it buzzes to tell you when to start your downswing. Good shot, Barmy. Thank you, Bertie.
Have you been taking lessons, Barmy?
No, it's this what's it. Thank you, George.
A party with a heave-ho-me hearty, 47 ginger-headed sailors. You can bet you're going to hear them when they...
Hi, me, young sir.
You cur. Oh, if you don't take your hands off that young woman.
What, then? What'll he do
Daddy?
to old Elias? Probably Mr. Blumenfield Senior, sir.
What?
He telephoned a short while ago. Except to the eye of love, sir, one Aberdeen Terrier is much like another.
Jeeves, you are a marvel.
Thank you, madam.
Jeeves, you are an ass. Me sing Sonny Boy at one of Beefy Bingham's entertainments.
Mr. Wooster has a pleasant, light baritone, Mrs. Travers. He often uses it about the flat. At my advice, he has stepped across the road to the Dog and Duck, and he intends to remain there until it's time for him to appear on the platform.
In a cab and will arrive shortly. Now, in the meantime, perhaps our old friend, Mr. Enoch Simpson...
Jeeves, she wasn't even here.
So it would seem, sir.
So she never saw Tuppy's Waterloo. This whole agony has been for nothing.
Most unfortunate, sir.
Well, I'm going home, Jeeves. Never, never, never involve me in one of your schemes again.
Very good, sir. With your permission, sir, I would like to witness the remainder of the entertainment.
Well, rather you than me, Jeeves. Personally, my heart has turned to stone.
May I? Just would regard it as a consummation devoutly to be wished.
Well, that's rather well put, Jeeves.
Hello,
Mrs. Wilberforce, sir.
Mrs. Wilberforce. How I'm going to keep a straight face with you standing behind me saying, "Can I tempt Madame with a potato?" I shall never know. I know him, you know. He's been to tea round at our house.
Yes, so he told me.
See you later. Bye. Oh.
Boy is a flyer, sir.
How do you know?
I happened to be pursuing him this morning with a view to fetching him a clip on the side of the head.
Great Scott, Jeeves, you?
The lad is of an outspoken disposition, sir, and had made an opprobrious remark respecting my appearance.
What did he say about your appearance?
I do not recall, sir, but it was opprobrious. I attempted to correct him, but he outdistanced me by yards and made good his escape.
This is sensational. We are sure, are we, Jeeves? So, where did it come down, Jeeves?
I'm not altogether certain that it did, sir.
What do you mean, it's still in the air? It's a bit of a hefty hit, eh?
Yes, sir. I fancy, however, that our next stroke may pose us some small difficulty.
What a ridiculous place to leave a tree.
Right. Yes, I think stroke and distance, don't you, Jeeves? Just shin up there and get it for me, will you?
And all the way, Mr. Penworthy. What's it going like, Jeeves?
Good to firm, sir. I'm afraid it'll suit Mrs. Hodges. She likes to feel the ground.
I'm not afraid of no Mrs. Hodges.
No, of course not.
Rubbish, she is.
You couldn't hang on to this for me during the race, could you?
With great pleasure, sir. May I introduce Beryl, sir? Beryl, this is Mr. Little.
I say.
Mr. Little is the gentleman who is going to win the 80 yards dash for us.
Oh. My friends call me Bingo.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Monsieur and gentlemen's race is about to begin.
Jeeves. No, don't get up. Now, look, Jeeves. I know this is your night off, and all that, and normally, of course, I wouldn't intrude.
Is Mrs. Gregson in good spirits, sir?
Morning, Molly.
Morning, sir.
He didn't say what he wanted, did he, Jeeves?
He confided in me to the extent that he's enamored of a young lady, but that she makes him nervous, sir.
Can't, Jeeves.
Very true, sir.
I don't even know the meaning of the word humdrum. Amongst the grim regiment of my aunts, only Aunt Dahlia stands alone as a real sportsman. I mean, look at my Aunt Agatha.
Indeed, sir, yes.
And Aunt Julia?
Quite, sir.
And Aunt Charlotte. Oh, she's the one who sent me that rather bitter postcard of Little Chilbury War Memorial when I refused to take her frightful child to lunch on the way back to school.
Aunts are noted for their strong opinions, sir. It's a distinguishing mark of the breed.
Yes, but it's the things they say, Jeeves. Aunt calling to aunt like mastodons bellowing across primeval swamps. Be so good, Jeeves, as to shove that bally black thing back in the wardrobe and bring me my white mess jacket with the brass buttons.
Oh, good heavens, sir. It was most remiss of me, but I fear I inadvertently omitted to pack the garment.
I know you did, Jeeves, but I didn't. You'll find it in the other wardrobe.
Very good, sir.
The rift between Tuppy and my cousin Angela appears to be serious, Jeeves.
Indeed, sir.
Well, I've had rather a stunning idea, Jeeves. And I've been in conference with Mr. Glossop, and everything is taped out.
Yes, well, he lives in the country, Jeeves. He gets overstimulated when he comes to London. Tell him I'll see him at the Drones at 12.
Very good, sir. Mrs. Travers to see you, sir.
Tell Mrs. Travers I'm out and I'll deal with her in the morning.
Bertie, you old ass.
I didn't know that your master was back, Jeeves. Has he no mercy?
Jeeves. And lace his luncheon orange juice with it.
Sir?
I can't imagine why you sir, Jeeves. Plan I've put forward seems to me to be icily logical. I fail to see why it should attract any sirring.
No, sir. Luckily, sir, I found an opportunity to add half a bottle of ardent spirit to his luncheon orange juice.
Lords, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Jeeves. So did I, Jeeves.
Now, this year, we are all delighted to welcome as our
Peace.
Oh, golly.
Yes, sir.
Not our finest hour, Jeeves.
No, sir.
Door, Jeeves?
Yes, sir.
That may be Mr. Finknottle now. We must concentrate on rescuing Gussie. Go forth and scour the neighbourhood.
I don't think that will be necessary, sir. Mr. Finknottle is here. Mr. Finknottle, sir?
Gussie?
Are you in there? What do you think you're doing? Listen, if you don't open up, I'm going to jolly well break this door down.
Is based on psychology, is it, Jeeves?
Yes, sir. It is thought to be the instinct of everyone upon the alarm of fire to save the object dearest to them.
Seems to me there's a grave danger of seeing Tuppy come out carrying a steak and kidney pie. But resume, Jeeves, resume.
Well, sir.
I want you to go to an antique shop in Bond Street and sneer at a cow creamer.
Do what at a what?
It's silver. A sort of 18th century cream.
Good morning, Mrs. Travers. Mr. Wooster asked me to say that he's gone to Switzerland.
Oh, piffle, Jeeves, get the blighter out of bed.
Very good, madam. Mrs. Travers, sir.
But I thought I told you to...
I'm afraid she seemed disinclined to believe me, sir.
But I can't face her, Jeeves.
Courage mounteth with the occasion, sir.
But it doesn't mounteth with me, Jeeves, on the occasion of coming face to face with an irate aunt.
Oh, just pull yourself together, Wooster, and retrieve that cow creamer. Get him moving, Jeeves.
Very good, Mrs. Travers.
No one tries to be tactful, of course. One is simply swimming against the tide. I blame their parent.
Yes, sir.
How's yours now, Jeeves?
Oh, really quite promising. All about Eulalie. Eulalie. Eulalie, sir.
Eucalyptus! Euripides! And Eucharist! Euphonium? Thank you!
Well? Nothing, Sir Watkins, sir. You searched every room, every piece of luggage, not a sign.
Good Lord. Good Lord.
Thank you, Jeeves. Ta-da, Bertie.
Ah, Jeeves. Glad to see you here. You're just the sort of person we need in the movement. The working masses.
I hesitate to contradict you, Mr. Spode.
I placed my problem before Jeeves. That man is a marvel, Bertie. Oh? Squashed a fly on his upper lip. No, in fact, Jeeves, I went one better.
Indeed, sir?
Yeah. Just so I wouldn't forget anything, I wrote it all down in a notebook.
You wrote it down, sir?
Yeah, in a little notebook.
Where do you keep it?
In my back pocket. Here it is. Must have dropped it somewhere.
Dropped it? Stiffy won't hand it over. I say, Jeeves, I've just had a thought. Do you know Stiffy's room?
Yes, sir.
Right, Steve, you take the wardrobe. I'll deal with the chest of drawers. Wouldn't you want to save the lives of two fellow creatures?
No, I wouldn't. Not if they're men. I loathe all men.
You can't ask respectable curious of the Church of England to go around stealing policemen's helmets.
There you are, you see. You're all as bad. That's exactly what he said. So I said, oh, I wish I were dead. Then you'd be sorry then, wouldn't you? Jeeves, you really are the specific dream rabbit.
Oh, really? Well, I'll take the notebook now, Stiffy.
After you've seen Uncle Watkin.
You gave him the notebook?
Yes, just as he was leaving. Thought there might be some names in it which I'd forgotten to call him. What's the matter, Bertie?
Well, can't you see what you've done, you poor old chump? If old Bassett has read the contents of that notebook, then nothing will bring him round. I mean, words spoken in anger you might have got away with, but coldly considered opinions inscribed day by day in a notebook, well, that's another matter.
Oh, my Lord.
right-thinking Englishmen are to be subjected? No, I say. Now, since time immemorial, it has been truly said that Britons never, never, never shall be slaves. And yet, my friends, today innocent Britons may be invited to seemingly respectable country houses for the weekend. On the other hand, one must take...
The fact is, I hear there's been some trouble about the helmet I stole from Constable Oates.
You, Roderick?
Silly thing to do. I see that now. It was an uncontrollable impulse. I yielded.
You yielded, Roderick?
I did it once at Oxford, too.
Good God above.
I know. I was going to keep quiet about it, but Wooster's man tells me that you've got the idea that Wooster did it, so of course I had to come and tell you. I'll go back to London, I think.
Perhaps it would be best in the circumstances.
Jeeves, I've got the most frightful problem. I can't sleep at night thinking about it.
Most distressing, sir.
I'm frightened of Sir Watkin Best.
Ah, Jeeves, you're back. Thank heavens, I thought I was going to be left on my own forever. Just me, Aileen Hemingway, and a napped Flint. Ugh.
I caught the 2:30 train, sir.
Full heartening confidence in us, but we cannot permit this.
There. If you could just give me a receipt, as a matter of form.
Receipt? Yes, of course.
Shall I?
Oh, right, yes. So, had a bit of luck, eh? Not on the GGs, I hope. Ah, there you are.
Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Wooster. It doesn't seem to...
Jeeves! The pearls have gone.
Good heavens, sir.
Whatever can have happened to...
What's going on?
Jeeves! It's the pearls!
All right, Soapy. The game's up.
Oh, God. I told you he couldn't be as gormless as he looked.
You'll be charged with fraud, obtaining money by deception, and the theft of a pearl necklace, the property of Mrs. Agatha Gregson.
Oh. Do you know what I look for in a song, Jeeves?
Not precisely, sir, no. I have often speculated.
A spot of philosophy, Jeeves. Something to make you think. Just you listen to this. It really doesn't pay to be a gloomy pill. It's absolutely most positively sill. The rain may pitter-patter, it really doesn't matter. For life can be delish with a sunny disposition.
Most heartwarming, sir.
Mind you, there are times when it's dash difficult not to be a bit gloomy and pill-like.
Very true, sir.
Very well, then. If you're not going to chip in and save a fellow creature, I suppose I can't make you. You're going to look pretty silly, though, when I get old Biffy out of the soup without your assistance.
I shall try to bear up under the shame of it, sir.
Yes, well. Right, well, I'm getting back into that sitting room now, Jeeves, and I'm going to put in some pretty tense thinking.
Very good, sir. Shall I wake you at 6, sir?
Yes. No, Jeeves. There will be no need. The brain will be racing.
As you say, sir.
Yes, well then. Quick off the mark?
His lordship was kind enough to say that a good man is hard to find, sir.
That's true, God knows. Look.
Jeeves, tell me you got him.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jeeves, have a prawn.
Thank you, no, sir. It did create a coolness, sir.
Jeeves! Miss Pauline's gone.
Gone, sir?
She's not in her room. She's not anywhere.
Good heavens, sir. You don't think that she could have gone ashore to see that Mr. Wooster, sir?
Wooster? Of course. I knew it.
Perhaps we should go ashore to search for her, sir.
Good idea, Jeeves. Come on.
You devil! Pauline!
I imagine that you will not be requiring this, sir.
Oh, Jeeves, what might have been.
No, sir.
No, you're quite right. Well, lead on, Jeeves. You can drive.
Bishop?
Yeah, well, fair's fair, Chuffy. It wasn't really meant for the bish. It was meant for Boko Fittleworth, but unfortunately, from above, they look very similar.
I do not find this funny, Wooster.
Well, no. You had to be there, really.
Mange.
Happy days, happy days.
You didn't say that when they arrested you.
Arrested?
Boy.
But he means well. Anyway, he was fried to the tonsils at the time.
Do you mean intoxicated?
No, sir.
Now, this ancient matter of the blancmange and the bishop has come back to haunt poor old Chuffy. You hear music, Jeeves?
Of a sort, sir.
Thank you, Bertie.
Who's in there?
It's me, Barmy.
Barmy? What on earth are you doing here?
We're down here to play at my Aunt Hilda's silver wedding party.
What are you playing on the beach for?
No, him. He's paying us £5. My mother's going to be absolutely thrilled. She's always saying I should work for a living.
Well, we like it. Why don't I show you over?
Dash civil of you.
You don't have to go back in there, Jeeves. I've no quarrel with you.
My place is at Mr. Wooster's side, sir.
As you wish.
Really about marrying us off, but he can't do it. Miss Stoker will simply put her ears back and refuse to cooperate.
By Jiminy, Jeeves, I'll do it. I'll look for him at the station. And if he's not there, I'll know where to find him. Thinks he can make a fool of J. Washburn Stoker, does he?
Dash it, Jeeves. I wish you'd at least put it on another table for a change.
Sir?
I mean, every day, at the same old time, you come in with the same old tray and put it on the same old table. Just fed up with the monotony. It's the balliness of it all makes it all seem so bally.
Would you like me to put it on another table, sir?
No, Jeeves, no, I'm not blaming you. No, it's just... Oh, by Jove, I mean to say, I've been thinking pretty deeply these last few days, Jeeves, and, well, I've come to the conclusion that mine is an empty life, Jeeves. I'm lonely.
You have a great many friends, sir.
Well, yes, I know, but I envied that chappie. You know, having a jolly little girl clinging to him trustingly and whatnot. Someone to look after, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I wish I had a daughter. I wonder what the procedure is.
Marriage is, I believe, sir, the preliminary step for those willing to undergo its rigors.
Yeah. Well, I could always marry Bobby Wickham. Get started that way. Oh, no, Jeeves, I know we had an unfortunate experience the last time I was going to propose to her, but she's a good egg, Jeeves. You can't deny that.
Notice, I thought an Irish wolfhound would make an acceptable approximation.
Good. Well, Bingo's got a bit of a problem, Jeeves.
Delicate subject, Jeeves, as a matter of fact.
Very good, sir. Mercy with Lord Bittlesham's cook, sir. In fact, there is an understanding.
Do you mean you're engaged?
It might be said to amount to that, sir, yes.
Huh. Well.
She is an excellent cook, sir. You recall, sir, my evening off. I had promised myself a quiet evening with an improving book.
Well, can't you spend an evening with an improving dog?
He will pine for you, sir. He pined most pathetically this afternoon. He becomes excitable when he pines.
Jeeves. So, what happened to the quiet evening with an improving book?
I felt the need for a change of air, sir.
Well, Jeeves, now you'll no doubt be surprised to learn that something in the nature of a hitch has occurred.
Did your proposal meet with a sympathetic ear, sir?
No, it did not, Jeeves. As a matter of fact, it didn't meet with any ear at all.
No doubt you had climbed the tree in order to watch the better, Mr. Wooster.
Yes, that's right, absolutely. To watch the better. Got it in one.
The officer is a fool, Mr. Wooster.
Release this man, Constable.
Talking of which, Jeeves, you know, I've been thinking about adoption.
adoption, sir?
Yes. I mean, adopting a kid. You can adopt them, you know. And it saves all this marriage malarkey. But what I want to know is how to start about it.
The process, I imagine, is highly complicated and laborious, sir. It would cut into your spare time.
Good Lord, Jeeves.
Upon learning this, Miss Mapleton was most anxious for you to address the girls of the school. I didn't like to disappoint her.
What?
I hope I did the right thing, sir.
Let's go, Jeeves.
Your address was successful, I trust, sir?
Oh, yes, went like a breeze. We're going to move on, Jeeves.
I do trust that your experience in St. Monica's has not spoilt your taste for the adoption of young girls, eh?
Well, I must confess it has given me pause, Jeeves. Am I wrong in thinking that all little girls are hard-bitten thugs of the worst description?
Your definition is sadly near the truth, sir. But we must console ourselves with the thought that life without the blessings of children does have its compensations.
No, Jeeves. No. I'm too young to give in to such cynicism. I'm an idealist, Jeeves.
Very good, sir.
My sister, Mrs. Schofield, is coming back from India soon. She's the one with the 3 little girls. I refuse to believe that my own kith and kin can be described as hard-bitten thugs. We Woosters may have our faults, but hard-bitten thuggery has never been one of them.
Well said.
I can give up the flat and take a house for them all to come and live with us.
Indeed, sir.
I can be a proper uncle to them.
She gets a message from someone in London who tells her he's got an Irish water spaniel for sale. So, of course, up she pops in her car, leaving me flat.
Mabel's brother plays for Woolwich Arsenal, as a matter of fact.
You know what, Jeeves?
No, sir?
This is jolly nice. I mean, look...
Contact the estate agents tomorrow, sir.
Estate agents, Jeeves?
I understood that it was your intention to take a house of sufficient size for Mrs. Schofield and her 3 young ladies to live with you.
Oh, no. Hold on. No, that's all off, Jeeves. No, young ladies, fiends, Jeeves, fiends, every one of them. No, how they ever grow up into those adorable creatures that we know and love, I cannot fathom. No, I shall continue the monk-like existence which has characterized my life hitherto.
Very good, sir.
Oh, perhaps another small whiskey and soda might be called for.
Very good, sir.